I think he's been very pivotal in our offense thus far, and he's made a lot of plays for us. And I think he'll only continue to improve. He's still young, and with experience, he'll continue to grow.
Jalen, maybe this falls under the category of rat poison, but this offense last year set an NCAA record for yards per play. This offense this year through 4 games is, I think, 2 yards better than that. How sustainable is that? And what's the ceiling there?
No, I ain't feeling too good right now. And me hearing rat poison don't help. Made me a little sicker. I'm trying to get better right now.
What's the diagnosis, Jalen? Reese?
It's not major. I'll be okay.
Is there anything that you can compare to Alabama as far as the H-back position and that you utilize there, and what's it been like having that at your disposal so far, the way it's used in this offense?
I don't want to make comparisons. I've been fortunate enough to play with some great players in the backfield and at the tight end position at Alabama, and the same here. And to each their own in the way we use them, but it's been productive. And
what is unique about the way Oklahoma uses it in your mind?
It's just a different approach. Philosophy is different, and I think it's just different type of players being used in very productive ways.
What did you like about what you saw from your teammates during the bye week? It sounds like it was a really productive time for you guys.
The bye week came really early, very different. Very different, earlier than usual, but I think we kind of took the right approach with it. Wasn't perfect, but very beneficial for us, and I think we came out with the right energy going into Texas Tech game.
How much did it benefit just you personally? Kind of Lincoln talked about, getting to spend some more time with you, going over some things and just kind of reevaluating things.
And it benefited us. It was helpful. Bye week's over with, Texas Tech is over with. We got to get ready for Kansas.
Jalen, how's the development been for Ian McIver? Because I know when you first got here, Creed was unable to go through the spring. I know Ian probably got a lot of snaps and reps with you. What's it been like seeing his development get to the point where he's getting some meaningful snaps and games?
And I got a lot of respect for that guy. He battles. He was overlooked at one point, and he takes advantage of his opportunities. And he's a crucial and pivotal part of our team. Anything can happen at any moment, and I know for sure that guy's going to be ready, and he's going to be ready.
You've played with big-time playmakers your whole career. Getting CD the ball a bunch on Saturday, is it good for a guy's, I don't want to say ego because that's a bad connotation, but good to get a guy going, whether it's emotionally or mentally or whatever?
It's good to get. I mean, the thing about successful offenses, I guess, we want to get the ball in your playmakers' hands. CD is a big-time playmaker for us, and he got off Saturday.
Jaden Hazelwood's made a couple plays on Saturday for you. What have you seen from him that's impressed you, obviously, just being a true freshman?
He plays like a grown man. He's young, but he plays like a grown man. He's a big boy. He plays like that.
More questions?
Jalen, you've talked a lot about execution, and with execution comes, clean play and maybe keeping penalties down. But as a whole, not the offense, Oklahoma has been heavily penalized. How would you kind of evaluate where those penalties have come from? I only ask because in the past, Lincoln has sort of had the mindset that aggressive penalties are a little bit more acceptable than just bonehead mistakes. And do you see a balance there that needs to be struck, in your opinion, from what you've seen? How do you stay on edge and keep it clean at the same time, I guess?
I think we got to go out there and play smart and be disciplined and play together. You eliminate those penalties when you go out there with that intent, playing smart, penalty-free, but also playing tenaciously and aggressive.
A couple of years ago at the Rose Bowl, Baker came out and told us he's like drinking hot tea and doing all that. Are you doing that stuff too? They got you on like a regimen of
Trying to get better.
Lincoln said one of his favorite plays Saturday was a third quarter throw he had to Hazelwood, where you really just had to trust. You couldn't really see, but you could trust your throw. And it was a great completion. Lincoln really complimented it. Do you remember that play and just your thoughts on that?
Which
It was the one, he said it was a throw to Hazelwood where he was a little bootleg, he had some pressure, and he had to throw. Just trust your throw. Do you?
I had a free defender in my face, and I had to kind of sit there, maneuver a little bit, back up a little bit, and make the throw. When you prepare for those types of things, and it kind of unfolds, it's good to see it unfold the way it does because you've prepared for that moment, that situation.
Time for one more.
So you've talked about how many coordinators you've had and how many different offenses you've had to run under. What is it about this offense you think that allows you to really explode?
It's different. Look at the experiences I've had, I guess, with those coaches. They all had a different approach, and I think Coach Riley has another unique approach that's been very successful, and it all comes down to executing. I tell them it ain't none of this about any individual, none of it's about any coach, any player. It's about us doing it together and executing together. And that's what it's about, I think. Just going out there and playing together, understand why we're doing this.